Hi there, so I thought I'd make a video today, and today we're going to do a little craft task, which is to make piñata. For that task we're going to need various bits and pieces, so I've got some PVA glue, some scissors, some tape, some cable ties, cardboard box, a bit of wrapping paper, and a glue gun. You don't have to use all of these things, obviously you could probably substitute some things for other things. So we've got a cereal box, and we've made a couple of holes through the bottom, and then get another piece of card, roll it up and pop a couple of holes in that as well. And what we want to do is just make something to strengthen the bottom of the box, which is going to be the part which holds the piñata up. And the strengthening there is just to stop the cable ties, which we're going to push through, from going like tearing the way out the box. Basically we want those to stay in and the box to break. So that's one in. So we go through the reinforcing strip of card first. You have to make this hole bigger. Just gives more layers of cardboard for that to pull through. And push that through there. Like that. So I'm pulling that tight. Ooh. Come on. Got two cable ties here, one probably would have been enough. And they're through the box like that. So we've got a box, we've got cable ties in there and a bit of reinforcing card in the bottom to stop these just ripping through the cardboard at the top. And we can reinforce that with a bit of tape as well. I'm using my teeth, of course you could use scissors. And what I've often done is actually glued that piece of card in with the glue gun before. Don't think I'll do that today. And then what we need to do is put some fillers inside. So you can use whatever you want. I like to use things like wrapped sweets, so anything that's already got a wrapper. Bearing in mind sometimes the piñatas are quite hard to break. You may find certain things will just end up totally smashed up. So, good handful of little bags of Haribo in there, and then we're going to chuck in some chocolate coins, and then just as a demonstration I'm putting a Santa's reindeer in. That's not likely to come out as a reindeer, that's likely to come out as Santa's chocolate roadkill reindeer. Bits of this reindeer are likely not to be very well intact by the time it's been battered several times with a baton. So, you know, do be sensible about what goes in there. You know, if you do have dogs, it's worth knowing that they are susceptible to being very poorly off eating chocolate and raisins and stuff like that. So things like chocolate raisins would be a no-no. And you know, anything that might be hazardous to those. Also, you know, don't put anything that's of value in there that would easily be damaged. It's not going to have an easy life, it's going to get smashed with a Piñata button. So put a bit of glue on the bottom to try and glue that shut, and then some tape as well. We're only using a flimsy cereal box. And then it's just like wrapping a present. The only difference is, rather than wrapping the present normally, we're going to glue the wrapping paper on. So I've got some fairly tame kind of, what would you call that, bark effect wrapping paper. And then I'm going to put some PVA glue on. And we'll probably put some more glue on as we wrap it, just because it's easier to do it that way than all at once. As we fold the paper over, we'll find we want to glue other areas up as well. You may notice I've got some flamingos on my worktop here. That's not my usual worktop. It's wallpaper that I have grabbed especially for this purpose. You can wrap that round now. That will stick on really well with a bit of PVA, like so. And then you can see here we've got overlapping bits. Now we want a bit more glue on those, so I'm just going to drop a bit in, drop a bit in here. And then we have to be careful here. What we're going to do here is actually cut the paper to allow these tags to go through. And then another cut. Still folding it as I would fold a normal present. Need some more glue. You know, if you've got your kids, you can always get your kids to help. My son was very keen last time I made one to help out, which was nice. And then again, we're just going to put a bit more glue on the areas that aren't already covered. So that's that wrapped over, and then we do the same to the base. So this will add a bit of strength to the box. This again is quite a flimsy one because we're just using a cereal box. And you can make these as strong or as weak as you like, really, depending on how long you want to be hitting the piñata. You know, the last one that I had went quite quickly, but my kids used Lego hammers on them. Just going to stick some more glue inside. then again, that glue on there, I'm going to put a bit more glue on either of these. Fold them back over to get some glue on. Fold that one over, and then the other one over on top. That's a very neat piñata, if I say so myself. What we do need to do is make sure we zip those up because we don't want to lose those out the top, and then we can decorate that. So that's a basic piñata shape with the glue on. Just going to wash my hands quickly. And then it's a case of just doing something to go on the top. You can do anything you like. I'm going to do a kind of pow, I think, Batman style. I don't know if that's come out the right way for you guys. So we're going to go for some contrasting colours. We're going to go for purple and yellow because they contrast very well. I'm using markers here because it's quite quick. Use paints or even just collage with different coloured pieces of paper. And if we had more time, we could do that a bit neater. Just let outline in black. And give it a shadow. Okay, and then we can cut that out and stick that on. Just be careful with any sharp knives and scissors and stuff. Done various piñatas for my two over the years. Sure, you can obviously think of some interesting ones for other occasions. You know, I'm sure stag and hen do's, you could do some fairly interesting piñatas of a more adult variety. You might have a leaving one with a boss you particularly don't like pictured on it. It'd probably be quite satisfying to hit that till stuff comes out. So there we go. There's the decoration on there. I didn't outline the power bit before because I didn't want to constrain myself to where I was cutting. I'll do that now. And there we have it. So I'll put a list of bits and pieces that you need for this in the comments, and some other pictures of other piñatas that I've done, along with the odd video of kids hitting them, which is always good to watch. So that's the finished piñata full of sweets, ready to go once that PVA is dry.